Hello everybody, Ed Rosenberg here. Today I'm going to talk about the customer service dissatisfaction rate. It's been in beta for a while, it's not new anymore, but pretty soon we think it's going to go live. The reason why we think so is because it's been showing up in some seller performance emails as an afterthought. So I think now is a great time to get a green. What customer service dissatisfaction rate does is every time there's a buyer and seller interaction, the buyer receives a survey. Were you happy with the seller's response? Now, most of the people do not respond at all. From the people that answer either yes or no, you need to get 75% of them to say yes in order to be in the green. If less, then you're going to be yellow or red. Now, it's a little bit unfair, it seems, because it's a very small subset of people who you're communicating with. Most people don't respond, and the people who don't respond, they don't count at all. Now, this is for FBA and FBM. 99% of the times, however, it's going to be fulfillment by merchant because there's very little interaction by FBA. And don't forget, there has to be two interactions. There has to be the buyer has to email, and then the seller has to email back, and only then will they get a survey. So by FBA, sometimes if the guy gets emails, like you get an email sometimes, my card didn't go through, so you have to weigh that if you want to respond, because if you do respond, they're going to get a survey, and since he's not happy about things, he may say no. Of course, if you don't respond at all, they'll be unhappier, and then when the purchase does go through, they may leave a bad feedback. I'm just throwing it out there, something you have to weigh if you're going to respond, if it's a way out FBA communication. When it comes to fulfillment by merchant, I'll give you one tip. If sometimes they leave feedback via email. They say, that was great, thank you so much. So instead of saying no contact needed, what you should do is you should say, oh, I really appreciate that, and this way that'll trigger a survey, and those people, if they answer the survey, will likely say yes. Now, in order to see the reports of which ones are saying yes, which ones are saying no, you do get to see the exact order number, so it's pretty easy to know where the issue is. You go to performance, customer satisfaction, you go to the summary tab. In the summary tab, you find the customer service dissatisfaction rate, and that'll take you straight to customer service dissatisfaction rate. You go to request report. Now you're going to have two choices. You're going to have positive and negative responses, or you're going to have negative responses only. Unless you're a humongous account, you're not going to have that many people answering your survey, so you might as well just do positive and negative responses. Then you see the no. You take the no's, you take the order number, you put into Gmail, and you'll see all the interactions, and we'll try to figure out why they said no. Normally, you have to be, of course, overly nice, and if you are, you only need 75% of the people who respond to be happy, so it shouldn't be too hard. So to summarize, all it is anytime there's a buyer and seller communicating, they get a survey. They take all the survey responses, the people who responded either yes or no, and you need 75% yes. And if you get that, then you'll be green, and it really shouldn't be too hard to achieve that. One tip I was told, I didn't see it by me, but I was told by other people, that a lot of people, they get confused, and in the notes of the survey, they'll say like, where is tracking? And so if you check it regularly and you can see those responses, so then you can go and you can take the initiative and you can email them and say, here's the tracking. And otherwise the customer will think that you're not responding at all. So that's basically it, and it shouldn't be too hard to keep this metric in green. Thank you.